Being in China as a Black person comes with a lot of challenges due to mostly ignorance. However, I found that the majority of Chinese people are very kind, very friendly, and
Oh,
they will help you in situations whenever you feel you can't get through, or there could be the language barrier, of course, Chinese, which is very
gotcha.
difficult for some foreigners.
Caribbean Today is happy to introduce Dr. Doniel Bowen, a recent graduate from the Anhui Medical University in China, and also the valedictorian of the class of 2023. Dr. Bowen didn't learn to read until the age of 10, but this did not deter him from pursuing his education. In this interview, we hope to give more insight into his unique journey into medicine and how he intends to impact his community back home in Jamaica. Hello, Dr. Bowen.
Hi, how are you doing?
Great.
Thank you
So
for
happy
having.
to meet you. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay, now can you share with us a little bit about your background and how you were able to go from being unable to read at age 10 to pursuing a medical education?
Wow, that's a long, long story. However, let's start around primary school time. I went to Askanish All Age. That was in the next community that I grew up in, which is Chambers Fen. Um, that other community, Askanish All Age, I went there for primary school about 7 years. And during that time, it was mostly about fun, mostly about having friends, not really about school. But it came to a point where uh, I knew that if I didn't work hard, uh, my outcome in the future wouldn't change. Uh, my mother also allowed me to repeat grade five when I was about uh, 10, around that age. And so I was very distraught and I wanted to prove to the other batch of younger students that, yeah, I'm better than you, I'm better than you. As a little child, that's how I thought of myself. But I didn't feel that sense of success or the ability to pursue success because it wasn't around me. There were no doctors, no lawyers. I didn't see, they were mostly teachers. However, that wasn't something I aspired to be. Maybe it was due to the lack of motivation or the presence of people who could show me what I could become. And yeah, I graduated as initial age and went to Cornwall College. That's an all-boys school in Montego Bay, Jamaica, St. James, where I spent also 7 years, 5 years uh, during the normal grade 7 to 11, and then 2 years of sixth form. During Cornwall, that was when I found a liking for the sciences and I aspired to be a doctor, mostly because of my mother's situation. Uh, I'm not sure if you know, but she has CKD, chronic kidney disease. Immediately as I went to high school, I found out, and it was heavy emotionally on us as a family and even financially. And so going through high school, the thought of me not being able to help her had an impact on my decision wanting to be a doctor in the future. So I got the opportunity to apply to Anhui Medical University due to other students who went the year before from my school. And so I knew a little about it, but knowing it was a different country, different culture, different language, it was a scary route to choose. However, I made that decision to go there. Yeah.
Great, great. Okay. Well, you spent 6 years in China at the
Yeah.
Anhui Medical University. Now, what is the specific title associated with your program, you would say? Your what goes on the end of your name?
Okay. So it's a MBBS program, rather a Bachelor's of Medicine, Bachelor's of Surgery program. So at the end of my name would be a MBBS, similar to what UE or other 5-year programs of medicine would study. So it's not an MD, but very similar to such. Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you speak Chinese fluently? It's not Chinese, is it Mandarin?
It's Chinese, but Mandarin is a dialect. It's the major, or would I say the standard Chinese in mainland China. And so I don't think I speak it fluently. However, I can help myself in situations. If I'm able to converse with someone on the street or at the hospital to see a patient, then yeah, I can do that. However, I
So,
won't say I won't get any mistakes. Yeah.
yeah, okay. So, did you intern? Did you do any intern in there?
Yeah, I did internship the last year, which is the 6th year of school, Anhui Medical University. So we had to do 1 full year, no break. We could decide to come back in Jamaica or whichever country we were from to do our internship, but I chose to do it in China because I think I wanted to learn more about their health system and to see how international people and people of different backgrounds view the system and how we can at least see some similarities, make a change, or accept some of our own, do research and that sort. Yeah.
So, what were your challenges? What were your challenges as a black man? A foreign student, actually, but more or less a black youth from young man, I
Medical,
should say, from Jamaica.
right. Medical school, for one, is stressful no matter where you go. And the pressure is there to always study, do your work. And being Jamaican, especially, I had a mandate to make my country proud. A mandate that I gave to myself to be the best that I could be, uh, regardless of the situations that I was placed in. Being in China as a Black person comes with a lot of challenges due to mostly ignorance. However, I found that the majority of Chinese people are very kind, very friendly, and
Oh,
they will help you in situations whenever you feel you can't get through, or there could be the language barrier, of course, Chinese, which is very
gotcha.
difficult for some foreigners. So usually in China, they'll associate any person of African descent or black, as they see the color, they think you're an African, regardless of where you're from.
Where you're
Yeah.
from?
So the Chinese word for African is Feijoren. So they'll just randomly say Feijoren. It may be shocking to you. For example, if you're just walking down the street, a bunch of cameras would be in your face. People,
Really?
yeah, they're not that familiar with Black people. Some cities, the
So they
major
take
cities,
pictures?
like without your permission, cut your hair, do all sort of stuff, but mostly out of curiosity to see what
Okay.
you're like. And because Anhui is currently, it's like a developing city or province rather in China. Unlike Shanghai or Beijing, the popular cities where more foreigners are, and so people won't be as curious at those places.
Curious when they see it. Okay.